Straight Good Alexander, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Jay Will, and I'm down to dunk.
They had. Here we go.
I'm Isaiah Hartenstein, and I'm down to dunk.
I hope Savior of basketball has won.
Well, the Dorchester Chamber has been going pretty well.
I'm Aaron Wiggins, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm Chet Holmgren, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm Mark Dagnall, and I'm down to dunk.
He just does a big smile and
I feel blessed by God to be here with Down to Dunk, be here with you.
I'm Alex Caruso, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm AJ Mitchell, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Isaiah Joe, and I'm down to dunk.
Oh, jeez. Are you going to sing it good enough for me to guess it, or?
Panhandle. Jeez. I'm tweaking.
Name 2 famous Oklahomans.
Myself and Jalen Williams.
Is that a crazy answer?
All my friends call me Bob.
Where's Rachel?
Unique story. He lived a whole life.
Plain.
This is Kason Wallace, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Lou Dort, and I'm down to Dort.
True blood Oklahoma.
That's right. Pretty exciting, if you ask me.
This is J-Dub, world champion J-Dub, and I'm down to dunk. And eat burgers.
Welcome to Down to Dunk. I'm your host, Andrew Schlecht. We're part of the Athletic Podcast Network. Before I get to my good friend, Michele Berra, first I want to tell you about 2 other friends of mine, Aaron and Drew Reese of Shelter Insurance, spelled R-U-I-Z, if you didn't know. Call Aaron, 405-773-5500, or Drew, 405-478-7714 today. Not only are they work for a great insurance company, Shelter Insurance, that can help you with car, home, life, all of that. But they can also save you some money, and they're great guys who can talk to you about how nervous they are about the Spurs game on Tuesday. They can tell you how much they enjoyed the Memphis game on Friday. Give them a call or text today and support the people that support Down to Dunk. With me on a Monday afternoon is my good friend, Michele Berra. Michele, what's up?
Well, it's good to be back on our regular, not early Monday, not any weird vacation schedule kind of podcast.
Yep.
So it's great. It's almost like the Thunder that seems in spots to be back at the regular, non-vacation, non-Christmas, non-cup, non-whatever against the Spurs kind of mojo.
They're trying to find their way. So today we're going to talk about the Grizzlies game, which was unbelievable and so much fun. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Miami Heat game that they won last night in OKC. That I was present for, and then we will preview the Spurs game. Before we get to any of that, I do want to just tell you about a friend of mine who is having a really hard time. So I have a friend named Gavin who had brain surgery. This was the 16th of December, and he had a tumor removed from the front of his brain that was about the size of a lemon, and it was supposed to be a simple procedure. He was supposed to be out of the hospital in 2 days and be good as new. And that has not been the case for Gavin. We went and saw him yesterday. So Gavin he's a Down to Dunk listener. He's a friend of mine. We go to church together. I've gotten to know him because he's a college student and he helps out in the youth group. So he's been helping with Asher and with Archie and knows them. We got to know him really well. He loves the Thunder, loves cards. We've formed a really great relationship with him. And we got a chance to go visit him yesterday, and he's not doing well. He remembers who we are, but can't really put together reality very well. Doesn't know that he had brain surgery. There's just a lot of things that are not going well post-surgery for him. So he's still in need of a lot. And it was really a really, really hard day just going to see him. Hard for my boys to see him like that. Hard for me to see a friend like that. So if you will, go to my Twitter page. I'm going to try to keep retweeting it so it's toward the top. But there's a GoFundMe page to help his parents out. The medical bills are just outrageous, as you can imagine, having brain surgery. And then the rehab that he's going to need for who knows how long. So anyways, be great to help out a fellow Thunder fan, fellow dunker, a guy who is, out just being helpful to people at all times, and somebody that needs help right now. in a tremendous way. So if you could pray for Gavin, if you can give, even if you just have a couple spare bucks to give to him and his family, that would be amazing, just to help them and to support them. So I did want to say that before we talked about any of the Thunder stuff. Just been a heavy time for Gavin and his family and his friends. So please support him during this time. Okay, Kelly. After the game last night, I'm in the locker room, and Kenrich his locker is like, if you go to the right, it's like the far corner locker.
Mhm.
And beside him is Hartenstein. And Hartenstein's obviously not there. He didn't dress out. And so it's really just Kenrich taking up this entire space. And so I usually kind of stand over there, kind of near Hartenstein's locker, and he's just sitting there, and he's just the dude is just a happy camper, Kenrich Williams. And I was like, he's wanting to chat about football and stuff like that, but then I was like, what was that game like on Friday? Like, what was that like for you? And he got the biggest smile on his face, and he was like, man, it felt like the playoffs. He was like, it was so fun. If you missed this game, this was an unbelievable game. It was a game that you watch through the third quarter and you think,
There's no way.
they're freaking toast. They look like they have the last 12 games, and they don't have Shea to save their butts. Like, this team they're going down. Like, the ship is going down. It's sinking, and it's going to be a disaster. And then, so they were down 103-114 with 3 minutes and 19 seconds left. And you know what? Usually, if you've watched a lot of NBA basketball, this game's over. It's over. All the other thing has to do is just stay even with you, and you're just toast. And that did not happen. The Thunder went on a 14-2 run to end this game, and they were unbelievable down the stretch. They were 2 of 2 from 3, including 1 from Kenrich. It just felt so good. If you're a Thunder fan and you've watched this team for so long, just watching Kenny hustle, be the guy to hit the shot that gets them over the hump finally, was unreal. They had 4 assists during this stretch. They were 2 of 3 from 2, 2 of 2 from the 3-point line. They made 4 of 4 from the free throw line. They had a block, a steal. They had 5 points off turnovers. They were just and they were playing just outrageous defense.
Yeah.
Some the most fun, Thunder branded defense that we have all come to really know and love from this team. And it was just an absolute blast to watch the end of this game.
Yeah, it was. I mean, no Jay Will, no Hartenstein, no Chet. I mean, the center rotation was just Brendan Carlson, and it was not one of his nights, which, completely fine. It was not a great stretch of basketball for him.
Right.
And so it's Kenny and no Kenny. These were the lineups that actually worked.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's great to see a guy like Kenrich Williams finding a good offensive game. It didn't do stuff that you say, oh, wow, that's crazy. It's shots that he made throughout the season. The fact that he made 8 of them in a span of 28 minutes, that is not the norm. But it was good. It was good to see them getting out of the slump by playing outstanding defense, team defense, individual defense, made cornerback plays here and there, make just life very difficult for the opponents. And I mean, it's good that it's guys like Lou Dort. It's good that it's guys like Kenny, like Caruso, but also I am impressed by the fact that AJ Mitchell is part of this defensive charge.
Yes.
And in spot also Jalen Williams just picking the ball from basically opponents' feet and whatnot over the past few games. It's just good to see him getting back to the fact that, hey, you were second team all defense.
Yep.
And the offense, I mean, you can see that in spots he's finding the rhythm of his jumper. But the point to me that was missing in most of the past 10, 15 games was, hey, J-Dub can be one of your best defenders.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes with stamina, with game rhythm, with just the fact that you're not afraid to hurt yourself again. So it's completely natural, but it was good to see also that part of J-Dub game blossoming over the last stretch of that game.
Yeah. I mean, Dub in this game was incredible. After all the hand wringing over J-Dub online while I was gone, and I saw a lot of it, and I was mad that I even looked at it, to be honest, when I was on vacation. Yeah. But he was 26 points on 18 shots, 5 boards, 10 assists, a steal and a block, only 2 turnovers whenever he had to bear a lot of that load.
Yeah.
They only had 6 turnovers as a team without Shea on the court, which is pretty unbelievable. AJ had 2 of them and Dub had 2 of them, but for both those guys to only have 2 whenever they had a ton of responsibility on both of their shoulders to create offense was pretty impressive from those guys. I just loved all of the looks that they were able to give in that game. It was such a great job by Mark coaching that one, because you have no bigs, and lucky for Mark, he was prepared for that. He's coached teams like that before. And the best lineup in that game was J-Dub, Kenrich, AJ, Dort, and Wiggins, which was the kind of the group that got them back in it. And then Caruso came in and finished the game and had that ridiculous possession there at the end of the game where Cedric Howard could not do anything with the basketball. And there was also, this play, super impressive from Caruso. But go back and watch. They're not necessarily running this play for Cedric. Who they're running this play for, is Cam Spencer. So go back and watch the play, because Cam Spencer is trying, efforting to get to a place where he can get the ball. And you know who's denying the basketball to Cam Spencer? It's AJ Mitchell. Okay? Yeah. It's AJ Mitchell. That's who denies the ball. And it put Cedric in a really bad spot. So there was just impressive defense from everybody else. And they basically forced Cedric Howard to okay, you're going to be the one to beat us. You're the only one. And you know who's going to be guarding you? Alex Caruso. Good luck. Because we're going to not let anybody else get the ball. It was, I just want to tell everybody, go back and watch that possession. Caruso was obviously super impressive, but AJ was maybe just as impressive during that, because it's a hard thing to do for a second-year guard to be asked to cover that much ground and to bring that much energy in a game where he had already played a ton of minutes.
And where he had to carry a huge load offensively. It was not just, hey, I'm here playing as a J-Dub sidekick, trying to be a secondary playmaker. No, it was just taking turns, organizing both guys, the offense. So, hey, trivia time. I'm sure that you will nail this answer.
I don't know.
But let's try to see. Cleaning the glass, on off, best in terms of defensive rating, meaning here cleaning the glass counts the possession that you allowed to the opponents. And if you allow +1 on defense, meaning the offense of the opponents is better when you're on the court. If it's negative, then okay. Who's leading the pack for OKC?
For defensive on-off? Is it Chet?
Nope.
Is it?
It's -9.4.
Oh, wow. Quite good.
Yeah.
Is it Queso?
Queso Wallace. Checks out.
Okay.
One of the best perimeter defender. Who's second? -6.1.
Is that Chet?
Yes.
Okay.
That is Chet Holmgren. Who's completing the top 5?
AJ's got to be in there.
AJ is third at -6. Who's number 4?
iHeart?
iHeart is 6th at -1. There is one that is very easy, and you will absolutely nail it.
AC.
AC is 5th, -1.8.
Yeah.
He's plus 10.6 on offense. Alex Caruso. It's just nonsensical. But anyhow,
Wow.
who's number 4?
I don't know that it's Lou. Lou is not
Nope.
that's just his like stats, like his advanced stats. They all just look really gross right now.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
think
Jay Will.
Oh, it's Jay Will.
Yes. Minus
Shout out Jay Will.
2.7.
Wow.
The lineups with Jay Will at center and also at 4 have been good enough.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, obviously, like you bring in Jay Will, who was back last night after missing 13 games.
Fantastic to see him back on the court.
It's great to see him back on the court. He was dealing with a sinus infection. I went to talk to him after the game, and he was like, "You might want to stay away from me because I'm sick." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I took a step back, just like stay away from me. Yeah, he provides so much energy for this team, and Royce pointed this out in one of his tweets, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a great way to describe it. Is like his rhythm.
Yeah,
he provides so much rhythm on the court when it comes to obviously like DHOs and stuff like that, but like his passing is great. He's driving because teams are closing out on him. He had 6 free throws last night and made all of them, which was pretty impressive.
Did you collected Bam's ankles?
Oh my gosh.
Were those already still in the court?
He destroyed him. Bam was the Thunder team did a great job with Bam yesterday, and just like embarrassed Jaime Jaquez yesterday.
Yeah. Jamie Jaquez.
Jamie
Jaquez. Sorry.
Jaquez. Come on, pal.
Yeah.
We'll never forget that, pal. We'll never.
I tried to butcher the name twice, and it's still not as bad as the one that.
Let me see if I can find
it. Jimmy, I would.
With Jamie Jaquez.
Jamie Jaquez. Jaquez.
Come on, pal. Jamie? Come on, dude.
Yeah.
You're from Spain. Yeah. We'll never let you
American nowadays. He wants opera, not like Spanish soap opera.
Poor guy. This is 2 years ago, and I'll just never let it go.
No. Why should you?
I shouldn't. I can't. Sorry. But yeah, the Jay Will thing is interesting. It was good to see him back. He was really good in his minutes, and he's diving into the crowd like 2 seconds in the game. Part of that was he was fouled. I asked him an interview question in the locker room after the game, and I was asking him about it just to see what he'd say. And J-Dub in the background yells, "He got fouled!" When I was asking him about it. Like, you can see the video on my Instagram. It's pretty funny. But yeah, it's good to see him back. And credit to Brandon Carlson. I think BC is given all he's got in the minutes that he has. And truth be told, he's just nowhere near the player that Jay Will is. And I think that we kind of miss just like all the aspects that Jay Will can bring to the game. So.
He can be a situational big where you play him, and if he has the shot going, then he can be a serviceable big in spots. But he's not like, I mean, if he was like more than that, there's no way that a guy like that would sign for a 2-way, even if he likes OKC. So I think that there is a proper evaluation of where Brendan Carlson is today. He's a guy that can play minutes in the NBA, just not for a good team in terms of being a third big man.
Yeah. That's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that he's
on a 2-way.
He's on a 2-way.
That's perfectly reasonable.
Yeah. But it was good to see Jay Will back out there, for sure.
Yeah, and what I love about Jay Will, and it was true also last season, not so much in the playoffs, but surely during the regular season, is that Shay's lineup with Jay Will are just different. They have a sort of groove between them. Like in the 700 possessions that they play together this season, they are plus 22 almost.
Yeah.
That is just it's just good basketball.
Yeah.
And you can see it, you can feel it. I mean, even if the shots is still not falling for OKC, which is, I mean, reason for happiness for AC apparently, but also reason for semi concern, I think.
Yeah.
Especially for a few players. I'm not concerned if AJ is, if not AJ, if AC is missing shots or if Joe or Wiggs are missing shots. I'm not even concerned about J-Dub because I think that will come back. I'm slightly concerned about guys like Cason Wallace and Lou Dort. Because for those guys, either you are perfect defensively and you can really bring it where the defense is really different when you are out there, or it's difficult. I know that in the playoffs, their one-on-one defense will be so valuable for the team because it has been. But also in last season playoffs, I think that you notice moments where Kazan and Lou were just difficult to keep on the court.
Yeah.
Even if the defense was great. Because at some point, I mean, the offense has to work. And so to me, that part of not shooting great and not having good offense when some of the lineups are out there can be a reason of, I would say, not concern, but our point of emphasis that I think everybody should be aware of.
Yeah. Dude, this is why AJ is so important to like this like new title, like this title run, and like how can you be different? How can you push the team forward? I think that once they are whole, they are a better team than they were last year. Like we've seen that in spots this year. So, and I know that it like right now it's like, what are you talking about? Like this team has sucked the last 12 games or whatever. Like, okay. Like I kind of pulled the team last night about just like their shooting struggles and just their thoughts on it and what that's looked like for them. And like, there's like very little concern about them, like getting, being able to turn it around. Caruso was like, he's like, if we were shooting it lights out right now, he's like, I would tell you that I'd be a little bit concerned about us like falling off. But he's like, the fact that we have been shooting it so poorly, he's like, I just know that on the other side of this, we're going to shoot it well for a stretch. He's like, that's just the NBA. That's just how this goes. That's just how our group has functioned a little bit. And so, they have been streaky. They've been like collectively streaky at times. That's how they've been recently. But like he was like pretty confident that things were going to turn around. Like there wasn't like some like woe is me or like we don't know what's happening or we don't like, it was very much like we're professionals. Like we know that we can make shots and we're going to make shots and we have confidence that we're going to. And Mark talked a lot about shot quality yesterday. He was talking about it after the game and it just like provoked like this curiosity within me that I like, it just felt like insatiable. Like I wanted to know more about just the way that the team processed shot quality, especially in moments where things are not going well. Like if you're like, you go out and you do whatever your job is and it goes horrifically. And then your boss is like, you know what, but whatever you tried was the right thing to try. It's like, it's just like it's just kind of a weird thing. And so, and like, I think the most of the answers that I got from guys when I asked them, I just was like, hey, tell me about like these conversations about shot quality. Cause like you guys are generating good shots. It looks good. We all, I even like to the observer, I think like you can watch the game and you've heard people say that, call the game as the ball's in the air, like, was this a good shot? Was this the right shot to take? I think you can look at those and really be able to tell. And most of the guys, I think, subscribe to like just the thought that, hey, we're taking good shots. We know that they're eventually going to go down. We stay confident. We kind of like turn our emotions off when it comes to the result. He was like, you can't just like you can't just be results driven, is like what one of the players said. Like you can't, if you're only results driven, then like you're going to get too high when you're making shots and you're going to get too low when you're missing shots. He's like, you just have to take the right kinds of shots, which I think is the right mentality. But I also think like there's another side to the coin where, there was somebody that was like, sometimes it feels good to like take shots that aren't necessarily considered to be like good shots. Like it feels good to take a shot that is like more like within my game. And sometimes like players need to like mix some of those shots into these like high value shots, and they may be considered like lower value shots, but there's just something to like these guys who have played the game of basketball together. Like they've played the game of basketball for so long and in like the same way until they get to the league. And it's like, hey, now we are like tracking your shot quality. Now you can't take whatever shot you want. You need to take only these kinds of shots. And I think it like kind of subtracts a little bit from their game a little bit. And so you hear from some guys, and this isn't just Thunder, this is across the league, that like sometimes it just feels good to take a shot that is like feels more comfortable, and then maybe you take a couple of those shots, or you take one of those shots, then you're like, okay, all right, I'm ready to go. Like I can go take these, wide open threes now. And like it feels a little counterintuitive because you should be able to just, this is a wide open shot, that should feel better. But we all know, if you've ever played the game at all, that like sometimes like there are just shots that just like, this feels like my game. This feels like the way that I play. And so I was just wondering if like there's any of that, which there's very little of that conversation happening. Like they're all very bought into it, the idea of like high shot quality, and that some of what's happening is just shot variance. But I just think it's just fascinating to like talk through this with some of like the best players in the world about like their thoughts about shot quality. So anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there is a point that it's very hard to tackle in terms of numbers, but it's something that you allude to before. We're talking about Jay Will, and I mean Royce's point. I mean the fact that there is a certain rhythm that it's different.
Yeah,
and I think that if you look at just the fact that the shot is open or not, then there is probably another layer to that. Is the shot open and in rhythm? And sometimes the answer is yes. And so you have a good quality in terms of how much the shot is open and also how it's created. I think that teams have, recognized that from like a good amount of time now. And I think that in some cases, OKC has very good quality of shots in terms of how much they are open, not always in terms of rhythm, but sometimes it's both and it just doesn't go in. For example, there are some Case and Wallace corner threes that are perfect shots.
Yep.
And sometimes the ball does not go in. And if you look into the numbers, it's not that they are in a dramatically different spot from last season, not in terms of effective field goal, very similar to last season, not in terms of even free throw rate, which is better. They're just a hair below in terms of offensive efficiency and even better defensively. So, yes, we have in our eyes the fact that there have been losses that are not great losses, like the Charlotte ones. To me, it's just one of the worst no-show. OKC had another one against Denver. It was cool because it was Denver, but it was a horrible game at the beginning of last season.
Yeah, I was going to say it was like one of the first games of the season. Yeah.
Yeah.
First home game, I believe.
Yeah, but it was after, like, it was a very, very important game. They were just, okay, Denver is coming. You showed off on the road. Let's see home, and you just being demolished. No-show game for Shea. Did that define their season? No. Last season we had this, okay, OKC can never lose twice. Was that really important? Up until the end of the season, then they lost a couple of times, and oh God, and now? So, what happens during the regular season is, sure, it's a data point, But I mean, I would not be concerned about, again, in general, where this team is at. I think that there are stretches of the games that you can clearly see, okay, they know where they are, who they are. They are trying stuff. I mean, something that I noticed during this vacation time where I had time to watch is rotations are different. There are stuff that that Dignol tried to mix up.
Yep.
Just to see. I mean, if you want to maximize the result of a single game, I think you can, but it's not the point.
Mm-hmm.
It's rarely the point. Again, the only thing that I would look for in terms of points of concerns are streaky shooting by guys that have no proven record of being good in the playoffs. That is something where I would really look forward to see a stretch of game, especially against good competition from guys like Hayes and Wallace, where you can say, okay, now the shot seems right, and it's right for a long time. That to me is the data point that I would love to see during the season. But what I'm seeing defensively from Kaysen and in spots, in very few spots, I would say, for Ludort, give me confidence that their defense can be where it's supposed to be when it counts. Last season he had, last night he had like 2 or 3 possessions where I said, come on, man. Just come on. Just no over helping. Stay a little bit more focused on, like, you cannot let David Mitchell or Hero playing against you like this. But it's probably pacing yourself throughout the season, which is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fascinated to see both Lou and Kaysen like get out of this funk that they're in. And it's like a pretty significant one. Like they have not played well on the offensive end for a minute.
Yeah.
It has been a little
Kaysen
while.
missed the dunk point blank last night, which
well, and
I also wonder, I already said that, but I mean, nobody will ever tell you, but I'm very curious to see what's their regimen right now.
Yeah.
In terms of, they look at times very slow, very heavy.
Agreed.
So it may be just me trying to find some excuse, but when you don't have your peak performance form, then the shot is really affected. And also in part defense. There was a question in the chat saying why OKC is so bad at opponent 3-point percentage. A, because they are constructed like that. They prefer to protect the paint. And B, because they are not closing out as hard as they can.
Yeah, even
So I
last
think,
year we're not.
and also shooting from some teams is just insane right now.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, Wiggins had like 9 very good open threes, but he needed like too many of them anyway.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it's some of it is shot variance, and you know, guys, even last night in the locker room, like players that are on the court, like sometimes the ball just doesn't go in. You're like, what are we supposed to do? You know,
put the ball in. Did you answer that?
I was like, well, why don't you try making it? Doesn't seem that hard to me. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll come back. We're gonna go over some stats and preview this Spurs game. We'll be right back. And we're back. After that quick break, I want to tell you about my friends over at Ring Family Dentistry. Ring Family Dentistry takes a straightforward and honest approach to dental care. Drs. Phil and Brennan Ring believe in keeping what's healthy, fixing what's not, and only replacing what truly needs it. No pressure, no upselling, just clear explanations, thoughtful recommendations, and decisions that are always up to you. Ring Family Dentistry is a true family practice with a laid-back vibe, modern tech, and high-quality work, including same-day crowns, even for your front teeth. Plus implants, bridges, root canals, and clear aligner therapy, all offered in-house. That's a big deal. Call to schedule an appointment today, 405-621-1555, or make an appointment online at ringfamilydentistry.com. We do have a super chat to get to before we preview the Spurs game. Teddy Hart, 2913, thanks for the super chat, says, any minor moves that can plug some of our vulnerabilities? I think we could use a third string bruiser type big, since iHeart is our only true 5. I don't count Carlson. A Goga Batadze type. What say you?
Can you swear that J will not be available for the playoffs? If so, yeah, sure. I would be gladly taking someone like Bitadze, which I don't think is just a bruiser. I think he can be a functional big man in this league.
Goga's
Not sure
good.
he can, yeah, I'm not sure you can get him for chip. But if J Will is there, then I really don't see any point of doing that. Especially if it requires value. By the way, do you want to have another J Will stat, J Will and AJ Mitchell stat?
Yes.
Just weird ones that I'm trying to
I'll
collect
just say,
while I will.
Yeah, I would love more stats about both those guys. Both those guys, by the way, as awesome as you would hope they would be as people.
Yeah.
And
They are
maybe
just,
maybe even better. So
yeah, they come from like Waffle University. So what can you expect?
True. You can get your Belgian Waffle University shirts. Go to Down to Dunk Twitter page and click the link in the bio and get yourself a Belgian Waffle University shirt. And you can feel proud to rep our guy AJ Mitchell, who has approved the shirt. He loves the shirt. He has one of the shirts. He has
The cream one or the gray one?
He has the cream one. He loves it. He thought it was hilarious. He's a big fan of Belgian Waffle University shirt. So you can have one yourself if you go to the Down to Dunk Twitter page, click the link in the bio, and there's all kinds of merch there. So go check it out today.
In like a vast number of possessions, 300 and change.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guess the net rating of lineups which features AJ Mitchell, Shea, and J Will?
Oh my. Plus 22.
Plus 32.4. At 132.4 on offense and 100.
Wow.
Very low number defensively.
How many possessions?
300. Very low.
It's low, but it's good.
It is good.
I mean, Jay Will, I think he's a good player. He's improving. I think defensively, he's taken massive jumps.
Yeah.
But I think AJ is like slowly becoming what could be a guy who they need to close games with. Because if you swing the ball to him,
just closing.
Well, I'm just saying, like he's looking like one of the 5 most important players on the team.
Good.
So I just think that just imagine you're at the end of that Thunder Pacers game, and it was this Shea Dub 2-man game, which worked great. They won the game. But if you had AJ on the wing instead of just a guy who was just catch and shoot only, who could drive it and create for somebody else, I just think that dynamic is something that they needed so badly. And just having somebody else that can create in moments, especially when Shea's off the court, which I think is
and generate free throws when Shea's off.
Totally. Just like, I just think that his importance is like rising, especially as his defense has been amazing. I mean, he's been amazing. He's like one of the best with deflections on the team. He had that great last night against Miami, the offensive rebound put back last night. He's just like flying around. The guy is tremendous. He's tremendous.
Yeah, he's just awesome. By the way, if you use the any of AJ Mitchell and J Will together with Shea, so you can have either AJ or J Will, it's plus 20 anyway on 1,400 possessions.
Yeah.
Plus 20.
Wow.
Wow. That is something. That is actually something. Means that you have Shea with 2 creators. Those lineups really work. Really work.
Yeah, I think it's just impressive that they have those guys, and it makes a big difference, especially when you have guys like Kaysen and Dort who are just like not producing on the offensive end.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Okay, they got San Antonio tomorrow night in OKC, and looking at the standings, this is the number 1 team and the number 2 team in the Western Conference, which there are a lot of teams that are really struggling right now. But the Thunder are 5.5 games up on the Spurs currently. They still sit at spot number 1 despite them struggling. They also have the best record of all the top 5 teams in the Western Conference right now in the last 10 games. They're 7-3.
Yeah.
Spurs are 5-5. Nuggets are 5-5. Wolves are 6-4. The Lakers are 4-6. And then the Suns actually surpassed the Houston Rockets last night. They are a half game up on the Houston Rockets.
Can you imagine
if
they somehow end the season above them? It would be so fun.
I mean, if
So
like the
fun.
Rockets, I mean, think of like San Antonio, who's like battled all season to get to the 2 seed, and somehow if Houston I don't think Houston's staying here. I think Houston will be the top 6. But if Houston somehow fell and were the 7th seed and won the first playing game, and then your reward, San Antonio, for playing so hard is the Houston Rockets waiting for you in round 1, that would super suck. That would super duper suck. And like for either fan base, it's like, hey, one of you's going home in round 1.
Great.
Like that's terrifying, and
Yeah.
great for the Thunder. So yeah, it's going to be jam packed. I expect Houston to be in the top 6. I expect Phoenix to fall back, and really the top 6 to be OKC, San Antonio, Denver, Minnesota, Houston, and then like I don't believe in this Lakers team at all. I think this team stinks. Their net rating says it. Their point differential says it. I could see Golden State sneaking up there, and the Lakers falling back into the play-in. I could definitely see that happening. So, but I feel pretty confident that like the Rockets are going to get it together. They've missed Şengün. They did lose to the Kings, which may be the most embarrassing thing you can do right now, save for getting killed by the Hornets at home. But just pretty rough in general. But yeah, so San Antonio in town. Wemby is starting again, which I think is good. I want to see like the look the Thunder can give the Spurs with Wemby not coming off the bench. I do think that impacted something. Was it so impactful that it like destroyed the Thunder's game plan? Like, I don't think so. Like, I don't think it was that impactful. But I do think it was wonky. I just think it was weird. Like, it's just weird not having the best players start. That you have this like Luke Cornett lineup, and there's almost like this pressure whenever these Luke Cornett lineups are out there. It's like, we just have to win these minutes. Like, we have to win these minutes. And there's almost like this urgency that you could feel on the court that they like could not meet the moment to win these Luke Cornett minutes. And then like Wemby's in, and it's like, oh crap. All right. It just felt I don't know. It just felt uneasy for the most part watching it. And so I think it's good to see Wemby back in the starting lineup. I just hope that they will attack him off the dribble, because you know what other players and teams are doing? Attacking him off the dribble. You know what the Utah Jazz did whenever they beat San Antonio? They attacked Wemby off the dribble. You know what won the Timberwolves the game yesterday? Was Anthony Edwards attacking Victor Wembanyama off the dribble.
Yeah.
Can we please do that tomorrow? Can we please do that? I would love to see them do that.
And can you have a big boy just trying to stay a big body? I mean, not Jay. Jay Will is a big body, but we don't have Hartenstein. Can we please have Chet for a stretch?
I would love to see. Yeah, I would love to bait Wemby into a Chet versus Wemby, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
like,
and he may very well
into the matchup.
win it.
Yeah,
he may very well win it. That is not the point. That is allowing the other players to just try to guard their guy one-on-one.
Yeah.
If Wemby scores 40 and you have the opponent, the other guys just in check, I think that you have a much better chance.
Yeah.
Instead of having to go hyper rotations, and you're always late. And if you have Keldon Johnson shooting lights out, you lose the game. And I just want to see Lou Dort and Cason Wallace being on point defensively, because I mean, there has been a lot of talk about, oh, okay, OKC put Jada on Wemby, it didn't work, blah, blah, blah. Yes, sure. But you cannot be destroyed by the Aaron Fox. I don't care. I don't care. You cannot. You can have a good game. You don't have like full, complete command of the Aaron Fox. That I don't want to see. I don't expect OKC to really play their, how can I say? I don't expect them to pull a Houston Rockets on Giddey like it was a couple of years ago, where they decided in the middle of the season to just sag off and play like he is, I don't know, a big man in the corner. I don't think that they will go that route, like showing their hand. But I also think that there is a level that they can get to where they do enough to just put a little bit of thoughts in the Spurs' heads. That I want to see. I mean, you can have another game where the Spurs somehow scores a lot. They have their hand shooting wise, and they win the game. It can happen. It doesn't mean too much to me. The point is, I want to see at least a stretch where defensively they cannot do anything. They cannot generate offense against OKC. That I want to see. I want to see like 10 minutes where the Spurs are in complete shambles, and if they win because they start hitting from half court, so be it. I just want to see sustainable stuff that you can do against that offense. And then it can be that you create the best on defense. Yeah, you generate turnovers, and Lou and Kazum go 1 out of 15 from 3. And if that happens, most likely lose the game. Still, I would be happy to see that defensively they have an answer and they can control the game on that end.
Yeah. I just hope that we don't see shot variance be the thing that carries the day for either team. You know, like I would like to see them like get into like last 5 minutes of a close game. Like give me that. Like, and because I don't think the shot variance stuff is necessarily helpful for either team when it like goes, because that's what happened in those first 3 games is like at least the last 2, whereas like it was so far and away in favor of the Spurs. The shot variance was the Thunder couldn't hit a shot. The Spurs were hitting everything. That it was like, what are we really learning here? I would love to see in that first game. It was a tight game, and the Spurs won it, and they deserve to win it.
Yeah,
I would love to see both teams get a chance at that again.
Yeah,
because then I think like you actually can learn some stuff. And the Thunder did learn that like this is a really good Spurs team. This is a team like that is no joke that you'll have to deal with, you know, in the playoffs either this year or in the future. And so I do think that I would like to see that, and not like would it be cool if the Thunder made like 45% of their threes and held the Spurs to 31% of their threes? Like, yeah, that would be great. Everybody would be on top of the world. We'd dance in the streets. We'd probably do a live pod at the arena, and Alex would be all pumped up. It would be great. We'd have an awesome time. But I don't know how much you actually learn from moments like that in a regular season. I think like it's just more just fun, which I'm not opposed to. I'm not opposed to fun either. I would like to have that. But I would also just like to see some like really quality basketball, because I do think like the Thunder are a team that has like been through it and can like get through those moments. And I would specifically like to see those moments where you have Shea, AJ, Dub, maybe Kaysen or Lou, and Chet out there, and like give me some AJ Mitchell in crunch time in a meaningful game, please. I would like to see what that looks like, because I do think that will probably be a recipe for this team and kind of what they need to see too down the stretch. So I would love to see more minutes like that, where we just get to see AJ closing for them in meaningful minutes. And we've seen it some recently, but I would like to see it against a quality opponent. Like, no offense to the Memphis Grizzlies, but I would like to see it against a quality opponent.
Agree. I think that we want to see a test for AJ.
Yeah.
But I would also not discount what he did so far.
Yeah.
Because he did also part of this against good competition. And I also don't want to see Castle just being not Castle. I mean, he's 45% from the field for the for the season. In the span of games that OKC played against the Spurs, he was like 10 points percent better, which it can happen, but also, I mean, it would be nice if he can just be regular Castle, not just
I mean, he looks like
whatever Andrew saw when he was scouting him a couple of years ago.
That's
Can
right.
we not have that?
Was a big Steph Castle guy in the
Can we
draft.
have Johnny Davis?
Yeah, can we get the Johnny Davis version of Steph Castle? Is that on the menu, please? Can we get the James Bouknight version of Steph Castle?
Oh wow, Bouknight. I mean, I was so afraid when that rumor started. Am I missing right now on Bouknight? Nothing was the answer.
Yeah.
Good. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, that would have been bad to waste a pick on James Bouknight, who I think is playing in the G right now.
Yeah.
So
much better to use it for Usman Jang, but hey, he played okay against Memphis.
You know,
he swished a three, like a smoothly swished three.
You know, you could.
Is this the Oos game? Nope. But
no. Would you swap Oos and the Rockets first rounder this year for Goga?
Sure. Can I have something better?
Yeah, you can have whatever you want, my man. What do you want? What do you want?
A wing?
Yeah.
A tall wing?
Yeah, that would be nice to have a tall wing. Because I just wonder, I mean, they're clearly not, and I don't know that they're going to make a trade at the deadline like this. I do think if you could get a wing like on an expiring contract, and you probably would have to give up an asset with Oos to get somebody like that. But I do think it would be nice just to have like one more option. Although we're talking about a wing, my guy Kenrich Williams. I mean, come on.
Yeah, just play Kenny.
Just play Kenny if you want a wing. The guy's got a lot left in the tank, and he's been really, really good for them, and it's like quietly shot the ball well.
Yeah,
you know.
Can I still prefer a wing instead of Goga?
Yeah, you can. I'm trying to think of who the Thunder could even go after that makes around that much money that you could acquire. I mean, I don't like Haywood Highsmith. What about Haywood Highsmith from the Brooklyn Nets? Are you interested in a Haywood Highsmith?
I mean, I didn't particularly like the version that he was on Miami, that I saw in Miami. It was okay. I don't think that those kind of players are playing for OKC. I mean,
I don't either.
I don't even think the DFS would play.
Yeah, he's overrated at this point. Like people just have like the version of him from 4 years ago stuck in their brains.
Yeah.
Like that's just the reality of it. Would you swap Oos and Sadiq Bey?
Oh no.
Okay.
Why?
I'm just asking questions.
No, I don't think I would.
Okay.
No. Why would you do that?
I don't know. Would you? This one's tough. This guy doesn't make enough money for the Thunder to actually do something. Hold on. Let's see. God, they just don't have any like low level salary to trade. It's tricky. It's really tricky for OKC. And they're just like right there. Hold on. What if you traded Oos? This is my last one. The Rockets pick, or maybe even the Sixers pick for Keon Ellis.
That's too short.
Oh, come on.
He's 6'5".
Yeah, he is. But he plays he's a guard. Would you do it?
No.
Okay, you could bring back Dario.
No.
Right? The chance to bring back Dario.
No.
Dario and Keon Ellis. Oos.
Can I get Jovic?
No, you're not getting Jovic.
For any package?
I mean for anything, yeah, sure, whatever.
I mean,
what about Simone Fontecchio? You into that?
Is slightly taller. Is he 6'6.5", 6'7"?
6'8" is what he's listed at.
No, it's not 6'8". It's not. I think it's 6'7".
Nope. Nope.
Probably 6'8" in shoes. Yeah, I mean, Fontecchio can shoot it.
Okay, we have a taker. Fontecchio for Ousmane Dieng and a second-round pick. We into this?
Sure.
All right, send it to the league. We just did a trade that will not impact the team at all in the playoffs. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that is okay.
Yeah, Roy Donk in the chat. Najee Marshall. You into Najee Marshall?
He can probably be a player in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think Najee's good. And he's on a sinking ship right now. He's got 2 years left.
Yeah, how much does he make?
He makes 9.
9 is okay.
He makes 9. Yeah, 9 is okay. I agree. 9 is okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure how much you need to give him to get the Mavs to get it.
You could swap it. You could swap them and it works. But they they're into the tax. So you'd have to you really want to offload more than that.
Yeah.
Which is it's tough for the Thunder because their lower level salary guys are all good. AJ is the guy who makes the least amount. He's $3 million. Schwarber makes 4.6. You're not going to deal him. Topic makes 5. You're not dealing him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough to deal with to make a deal for a guy like that and stay under the tax. Yeah, I just don't know that they can do it. Which is why it's most likely that they deal for somebody who makes just around. So you really need to find somebody that makes just around what Oos makes, give or take $500K.
Yeah. Either you're convinced that there is a move that you're ready to make.
Yeah.
That changes one real piece of your core. Not saying the core. I mean the playoff rotation.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. You may have.
I'd be really surprised.
Me too. I mean, last year, Cam Johnson seemed like a move that you could do. It was very, very easy to make.
Yeah.
You could have package Joe and Wicks. You could have done several things, including Ousmane Dieng. Come on, Jenks. More than one Jeng. Anyway, it was very easy, and it did not happen.
Yeah.
I think that this season will be harder to make a trade like that unless you are sure that there is no way that you can keep one of your guys. And there is a team.
Yeah. The problem is I just don't know that they know which guys they can or can't keep, or which guys that they want to. I just think that one, that this team is capable of winning an NBA title.
Yeah.
Trading away a player that is a piece of that for a player that you're not sure is super risky.
It is.
Yeah, it's tough. You could trade Oos for Ochai Agbaji, who makes around the same, just a little bit less. You into that?
That is sad.
It's a little sad. Ochai is having a bad year.
He's not really moving the needle for anybody.
Listen, we're just trying something out. All right. If you're trading Oos, you're not getting a needle mover anyways.
Are you 100% sure of that?
I mean, Michele, I'm never 100% sure of anything. Let alone that. All right. So I would say this. I would be surprised if you got a needle mover with an Oos trade. That's what I would say.
Yeah. Okay.
I would be surprised.
Yeah.
If that happened.
Fair.
I do know Ochai is available. So hey, you can try him on the Thunder?
I would pass.
I don't know.
I would gladly give Oos another ring.
Oh, sure. That is the other option. Is just you just let him ride off into the sunset after the season.
Yeah.
You know,
just try again.
Keep him around. Listen.
He's okay. I mean,
he's okay. He's a lovable guy. He's not disruptive. Yeah. He's hanging out. He and AJ can speak French to each other. You know,
AJ can speak French to other guys, so it's not necessarily.
Yeah, it's true.
A needle. What about trying to offer a little bit more for Jarvis Walker? Any chance?
Why would the Pacers do that? I guess would be my question.
He's not probably part of whatever nice future they will have.
Do you think he's part of the nice future that the Thunder will have?
No, but they are just, I don't know.
Are you giving it? He's not been good enough to render a first.
But is it like a first? Is it worthy for the Pacers to get the Sixer pick more than what is for the Thunder?
Yeah.
What is the idea of Jarvis maybe working enough?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you offering him a contract extension this summer? That's what I'm just like. And if you're Jarvis Walker, that's what you're looking for this summer is like, hey, let's get Jarvis to a team that can offer him an extension. Like the Thunder aren't that team.
No, they are not. And a tryout of Ala and Iskander will not be something that OKC will ever try again.
I like the idea of Jarvis. It has not really worked. Like he needs to go to a team like the Wizards or like just somebody that's just going to give him minutes and some like middling extension or something. Like the Thunder just don't have room to mess around with stuff like that at this point. At least I don't think. Maybe they do. I don't know.
No. I just would love to have like a serviceable 6'8" guy.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Serviceable. Where he's okay. That maybe. I'm not sure if there is a guy like that.
Yeah. What about Svi?
Serviceable 6'8". That is not something that I would really.
He's neither one of those.
Yeah, it's not. He's a great tanking player, like a really great one.
Yeah, he's a nice tanking player.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get a serviceable 6'8" player for hardly anything at all, you're asking way too much.
I didn't say hardly anything at all. I'm saying I think that OKC can offer something. It's just they need to get back a serviceable player.
Yeah.
That is not Keon Ellis.
I like Keon.
Yeah.
Keon would be great. Santi Aldama is somebody that somebody mentions in the chat. Santi is good. He's legit. You have to offer quite a bit for him. And he makes, what does he make now? He got an extension.
Yeah, he makes some money. I love Santi, by the way.
Santi's awesome. He's like what Poku was supposed to be, you know? He makes $18 million. That's the problem. Like if you're trading for Santi, it's like you're trading Lou Dort, you're trading Caruso, you're trading Isaiah Joe, and
you can technically do it with Joe and
Oos
and a pick.
Would you do that though?
When you do this high pitch voice, my go-to answer is no. No, I would not.
I'm not saying that would be I'm not saying that's a bad deal. I'm just curious.
I don't think that OKC has. On one hand, OKC would, in some matchup, would really benefit of having like a taller guy.
Yeah, for sure.
But a situational taller guy, not a Santi Aldama guy. If you have Santi, you have to play him like big minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't think that OKC has like many minutes. Again, I would play
that is like the thing that whenever you're thinking about trades that you have to really think about is that you have to bring in somebody that is not going to be disruptive to the team at all and will be okay with, like, Kenrich Williams is a really good player that would play for almost every team every night.
Yeah.
Like there's hardly any rosters that you look at, that you'd be like, yeah, I don't think he plays for them at all. There's maybe a handful, but a lot of these teams he'd play a lot for. And Kenny's okay with it. And he's bought into the team. And is Santi Aldama going to come here and be like, yeah, it's cool if I get 10 minutes one night, 30 minutes one night? Yeah, like, is he...
And 0 in 2 nights.
And 0 on some other nights. Like, I don't think that I don't think he'd be okay with that. And the Thunder just have too many guys at this point.
I almost think that whenever you do something like this, I mean, inserting a guy that really can be a rotational player, even like a good one, you have to change something in a structural way. If you tell me that in 2 years you have just Caruso as your only defender, like real defender, because you think AJ Mitchell is enough, and you remove because you don't extend Wallace and you replace Lou Dort, then sure, you can have a guy like Santi Aldama, for sure. That is a player that I think him, a guy like Murray, it's okay to have a 4-man when you basically have Dub playing more as a guard than a forward, then you can probably put him in. But as long as you love the idea of having 2-3 point of attack defender at all times, then it's just you made your choice. You place a lot of chips into Hartenstein, which paid off, and now this is what you have. You have a limited amount for the 4 and the 5 because you want to play small. You want to play with one big. You want to have J. Will playing in these solo lineups with SGA that work perfectly.
Yep.
You don't have much else in terms of space unless you do something drastic, which I agree with you. Either something crazy happens, like Lou comes your way and say, okay, I'm not cool with playing 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you say, okay, then it might be the moment. Or Kazan saying, okay, there's no way that I'll stick here for another year, like hampering my possibilities to get 20 million on the market for this. Then maybe you change course. But it's very unlikely that it happens from now to the end of February or whenever the deadline is.
Yeah, it's very, very unlikely. I agree. All right. I hope everybody's doing awesome. And I hope you guys are getting ready for this Spurs matchup. It's going to be super fun. The whole NBA world is going to be watching. And we'll have coverage for you right here on Down to Dunk. Alex and I will be ready Wednesday morning or possibly even Tuesday night. Depends on how things go, probably. So looking forward to doing that pod and discussing that game. Hope everybody's enjoying it. Again, if you could support my friend Gavin, who is trying to bounce back from this brain surgery, we'd really appreciate that a lot. You can find the link for his GoFundMe on my Twitter page. That would be super great. Hope everybody's doing great. And we'll talk to you guys again on Wednesday.
Until to die, until to die.